Hey guys, I want to talk about energy. Energy is used in everything in the human body, from moving your foot, moving your head, blinking, brain activity, beating of your heart, ventilatory patterns, speaking, swallowing, digesting food. The list goes on and on. Every single thing that you do requires a form of energy. But what is the energy that the human body uses? A lot of people will say it's oxygen. Well, that's a fuel source. Yes, we need that. And other people will say, oh, well, it's the glucose we get out of food. Okay, yeah, we use that too, and we need that. But if we combine that oxygen and we combine that glucose, we create an even more fantastic energy molecule called ATP, or adenosine triphosphate. And we do this via the Kreb cycle. And that's what I want to talk about in the simplest broken down terms that you will find on YouTube. So let's get started. Now guys, when we talk about the Kreb cycle, we talk about the mitochondria, those powerhouse producers, those power plants of every single cell in the entire human body, right? Those mitochondria are the ones that produce and run this Kreb cycle. And this Kreb cycle is twofold. There's two parts. There's with oxygen or aerobic respiration and without oxygen, anaerobic respiration. We need oxygen to really produce the amount of ATP or energy that we really need. But we can produce a lower amount of ATP in a oxygen depleted or oxygen starved environment. We're still going to produce energy. It's just not going to be enough. So let's look at aerobic first. We take oxygen, then we take glucose, and via the process of glycolysis, which again, we don't need to know at the paramedic and EMT level. So let's just dumb it down to our level for a second, right? We take oxygen, we take glucose, a process called glycolysis happens. Next thing you know, we spit out a bunch of different things. We spit out some water, some H2O. We spit out some heat. Some heat is produced by this chemical reaction. We also spit out some carbon dioxide as a byproduct. And we produce the ATP that we're looking for, that adenosine triphosphate. And we produce 38 molecules of this ATP. Now, that's with oxygen. Remember, I said that we can also produce this without oxygen. Now, in anaerobic respiration, where we don't have that oxygen, we're still going to try and take that glucose. Now, typically, we're not eating if we're, starved for oxygen. So a lot of times, this glucose is taken from our fat stores within the body. Most typically, you're looking at the body taking it out of the fat stores and taking that glucose, breaking it down in the process of glycolysis just without oxygen. Now, when we do glycolysis without oxygen and anaerobic respiration, we are going to produce lactic acid as well as ATP, right? We no longer have the water, the carbon dioxide, and the heat as byproducts. We have lactic acid and we have the ATP. Now, aerobic respiration gets 38 ATP. That's awesome. Anaerobic only produces 2 molecules of ATP. Now let's take a little detour down to your respiratory patients. Now you guys can see this would become problematic in a lot of your patients that are using a lot of energy, especially take your respiratory patients, right? Your respiratory patients get tired because they're oxygen depleted, they're running on anaerobic respiration, they're only producing 2 ATP at a time, and they're burning through it. This is why the respiratory patient, you really need to get that oxygen up so they can start producing more energy, and the less likely they are to crash on you. See guys, this is as easy as we need to make it. We don't need all that doctor level stuff here at the paramedic level. Just remember, ATP is the energy source of the body. When we are with oxygen and glucose performing aerobic respiration, we are producing 38 molecules of ATP or energy. And when we are in anaerobic respiration, we're only taking that glucose without the oxygen and producing 2 molecules of that ATP. Thank you so very much for watching. If you guys are providers here in New York State, I implore you, if you need CME credits, to check out the all-new Medic Materials CME Academy, link in the description below, where you guys can get CMEs taught by me by listening to the Medic Materials podcast or by watching hour-long lectures taught by me. All you need to do, it's free to sign up, is hit that link down in the description below and find one that suits you guys. There's core, there's non-core. Check it out today. Thank you again for watching, guys. If you want more great information, watch this video right here. Until next time, stay safe out there, and I will see you guys in the next video.